Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what I want to do is I want to talk about the Chicago White Sox and why this team, this MLB team for this season is probably going to go down as probably the worst, and I mean it, the worst MLB team we have ever seen. Now, there are a lot of teams that I'll put up on screen, from the Cleveland Spiders to the Pittsburgh Alleghenies, the St. Louis Browns, and now we have the Chicago White Sox currently. Now, when it comes to the Chicago White Sox this year, there is like a level that you have to get to where it's like, it almost feels like they're trying to be bad, because there are times where it seems like this is an easy play. How do you not make this play? Or it could be just the luck. And I mean the absolute luck of it's going to go either this way or it's going to go that way. And it always goes against the White Sox. From home runs getting robbed to simple ground balls that need to be picked to pop flies that's like one guy needs to go get it. We just saw this happen against the Orioles here a couple days ago. Losing streaks of like 10, 15, 20 plus games over and over and over again. Moral of the story, I just kind of want to go through a review of the Chicago White Sox season as a whole and kind of, like I said, give my explanation of why this is going to go down as the worst MLB team we've ever seen. And when I say we've ever seen, I mean probably in history of baseball. Now, as always, all information you're going to be seeing on screen whenever it comes to articles, links, everything like that is going to be put down in the description underneath where it says info. So if you want to go check it out for yourself, feel free. But I'm going to go and get straight into this. So if you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. As you can see here, we have the ESPN article that got put out back on August 28th, and they pretty much went through, they're kind of talking about a lot of bad teams. Now, like I said, we're discussing MLB teams, but they kind of have a bunch of, like I said, other teams from NFL, basketball, hockey, that kind of shows where this White Sox team is kind of getting added into. And as you can see, the 2008 Detroit Lions that went 0-16. We have the 2017 Cleveland Browns that went 0-16. Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 1976, they went 0-14. A lot of winless teams. In 2011, the WNBA, they had the Tulsa Shock. They went 3-31. That probably was hell. 1974 Washington Capitals, they went 8-67 and 5. Like, Charlotte Bobcats 7-59, and there was even worse ones. 1916 Philadelphia Athletics 36-117. It almost just feels like to lose that much, you have to almost like try to be losing. Now, like I showed you in the opening intro, this is kind of like the teams whenever it comes to MLB history for the most kind of like losses and also just like worst records we've ever seen. Now, I think pretty much we can all agree teams before the 1900s, basically these teams here in the 1800s, we don't really consider them baseball teams, because like the Kansas City Cowboys, Philadelphia Athletics, Cleveland Spiders, Pittsburgh Alleghenies, like I don't think we really consider those baseball teams anymore. Plus, also back in the 1800s, baseball was a lot different back then than it is now. And when I say different, I mean like the skill level. Like the guys these days are super talented, a lot more talented than 130 years ago, where back then they were just having fun. Nowadays, this is a career. This is the guys that are out there that are training their bodies, training constantly to be great baseball players. And this is the team we're putting out on the field. Like I said, recent history teams on this list: Detroit Tigers in 2003, they went 43-119. Scrolling down through the list, in 2018, the Baltimore Orioles, they went 47-115. Hell, in 2019, Detroit Tigers again, they went 47-114. But when you look at this, where are the White Sox right now? I kind of have it squeezed in here, but you can kind of see they already have 109 losses at this point in the season. At the time of recording this, they are basically already 140 games into the season. And when you look down here at the teams, like I said, that I just mentioned from recent history, Detroit Tigers, Baltimore Orioles, they lost 115 games and 114 games. White Sox are already on pace to probably get to like 125 losses. Now, you might be saying, well, they are at 140 games, 162 games, 22 games to go. There's no way they're going to lose 15 games in the 22 games. Yeah, there's a good chance. I kind of want to run you through like a bunch of examples as to why this White Sox team has been so unlucky. One example, I'll have it right here. You can see this play right here. This just kind of says, like, there's so many examples of just the White Soxing. Another example is this one right here. White Sox, they were down 4-3 to Texas Rangers, 1 out, guys on second and first, bottom of the ninth, and it gets robbed. Like when I say the luck has always gone the wrong way for them, it's always gone the wrong way. As you can see here from this game against the Baltimore Orioles, like I said, as you can see, already down 0-4, bottom of the second, bases loaded, 2 outs. White Sox, all you gotta do is just catch the ball, and like, what the fuck is going on? I'm pretty sure the commentator on the Orioles broadcast basically said, oh my goodness, the White Sox are White Soxing, or something along the lines of like, oh my god, the White Sox have gone full White Sox. Now, just to show you how bad, like truly bad the White Sox have been, we're just literally going to go through all these stats. We're going to go like one by one and just kind of show you how far down the boards they are. Let's start off with something simple, home runs. Okay, let's go down. Oh yeah, there's the White Sox, barely over 100. Let's go to RBI, so let's click on it. Let's see where they are. Oh yeah, they're at the bottom. Let's try out walks. Let's see where they are. Oh, hey, they're not in last. Let's try out the batting average. I mean, how bad could they be? Yeah, they're second to last. So again, not the worst, but second to worst. Let's try slugging. Are they a good home run hitting team? Like I said, not really the best, but are they good slugging? No. So I kind of think about it, I'm like, okay, maybe it's just the batting is. Maybe their bats are not good. Could they be a better pitching team? You know, I'm going to eat those words real fast because I'm looking at the ERA and they have the second worst ERA in baseball. Surprisingly enough, for how bad they are, they actually don't have the most errors. As you can see here, errors, the Red Sox, the Marlins, the Nationals, the Reds, and the Mets actually have more errors than them. And just in case anybody's, like I said earlier, whenever I said they're probably going to lose at least like 120 games, when you look at their schedule, as you can see, look at how many games in a row they lose. Like right now, I think this is like 12 games in a row they've already lost. They have Baltimore again. Then they play Boston. Probably going to lose some games there. Cleveland, I'm a Cleveland fan. I'm hoping we can win these games. I mean, the way their schedule looks, they're probably going to lose to Baltimore. They're probably going to get swept by Boston. Cleveland, I hope we can sweep them. And then Oakland, maybe you probably get a game against Oakland. Angels, maybe get a game. San Diego, probably going to get swept. Angels, like I said, maybe you get a game. And Detroit, you might honestly get swept by them. You might honestly, throughout the rest of these games, you might win maybe 3 games, 4 games max. But last few things before I wrap it up, like I said, whenever it comes to Chicago White Sox, I want to know from the players' perspective, have they just checked out of the season? Like, are they pretty much just done? Like, if they said, we suck, we are horrible, I'm not giving a flying fuck anymore. Because the way they play, it just seems like they don't give a fuck anymore. From the hitting, to the pitching, to the fielding, like, they just don't care. They are cool with losing at this point. It's almost like somebody went to them and was like, at this point, let's just see how many fucking games we can lose. Like, they pulled up the stat sheet and they were like, okay, hey, this is how many teams this team lost in MLB history. Can we beat that? And you know what's funny? They actually were a not amazing team last year. I wouldn't even say really good team last year, but they were not this bad. They were a decent team last year. I'm trying to figure out what went wrong. Like, what happened? But I guess last thing I kind of want to say, whenever it comes to the White Sox fans, I feel bad for them. Like, this season had to have sucked for you guys. All you can pretty much do at this point is pray the last game comes sooner. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you want to watch entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Do you think the White Sox, like this year's White Sox team, is going to go down as the worst team in MLB history? Do you think they're not? Do you think that there's a team out there that was worse than them? Whatever your opinion may be whenever it comes to the White Sox, if you're a White Sox fan and you want to leave your complete opinion down in the comment section down below, I've been more than welcome to talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified second to post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.